Hi there guys, how are you doing? It's Kat here with the new pick a card reading on what they love about you. I haven't done a reading exactly like this before, so that'll be fun. Just before I start, I do want to just warn you that I read all my readings intuitively, so some of the meanings of the cards won't be like the normal explanation. So yeah, hopefully you're all right with that. If not, sorry. Yeah, just quickly before we start, I want to say if you do want your own private reading, it's £20 for 20 minutes and you get your reading within 24 hours. You can check the link in the description box below if you want to check it out on my website, or you can pay for it directly in the description box below. Also, I'm setting up a new Facebook group on my Spiritual Candy Facebook page. Please check it out in the description box. All the information is there. It's a new Facebook group. It's private, but if you just click on the join, I will add you. And it's just a place to share. If you have any questions, I'm going to do all sorts of things in there, post videos, maybe go live, things like that. But basically, it's called Soul Sister Vibes, and I just want to create somewhere where we can share our experiences about our awakening journeys and our experiences in life. So it's just a supportive group that is aimed at largely women, but anyone can join. Okay, guys, so let's get on with today's reading. Here we go. I assume you've already picked. If not, you'll have to skip back. Sorry, because I've already started. Right, okay, so high number ones. As always, I haven't looked at these, so I have no idea what's coming up. So, whoops. I don't think any of them turned over in this group either, so I really don't know. So, what... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. What do they love about you? So we've got Temperance, the 9 of Coins, the Hanged Man, set your sights higher, and take bite-sized steps. Okay. So what they love about you? Well, Temperance is pretty clear. This is tranquility. This is balance. Yeah, there's something about you that's very stabilizing for them. So what they love about you is that you give them a sense of balance. This take bite-sized steps as well. There's something about you that's, you could be much more mature than them. I don't necessarily mean older, just more mature. There's a sense that you help them with this taking bite-sized steps. You help them to stay balanced, to stay stable. You could be a more grounded, earthier energy than them. But yeah, you definitely make them feel more stable, more secure. There's a sense that things are more steady with you than they have been used to. So if they've had a particularly difficult or traumatic time, they feel like you've come along and helped everything move along positively. Because, you know, can you see they're moving here? These penguins are moving up. So I feel like there's a sense of movement here. There's a sense that you help them move along, you help them balance. They're also saying here that the angel on here and the set your sights higher, there's something very angelic to them about you. That even though you're grounding for them and you give them this sense of groundedness and this sense of balance, it's not that you are like mature in a sort of dull way. I don't mean it's like you're all grown up and serious and all that sort of thing. I don't mean it like that at all. I just mean that you are really like grounding to them and you help them to feel more stable. But actually they see you in a really angelic and abundant way, because that also goes with this 9 of Coins. They're saying, you know, because you may be well off materially, because obviously the 9 of Coins is somewhat about the abundance and what have you, and this woman here looks very abundant. She's surrounded by material wealth and she looks very stable and settled in her situation. You know, she's harvested the fruits of her labor, so to speak. But so it could be that you offer them some sort of financial stability as well, but I think more than that, it's that you are like this abundant emotionally and materially, but in a sort of consistency in your action in the world. Sorry, I put that in the wrong place. More than actual finances and money. But yeah, there's a sense that you know, they feel that you're this angelic, abundant sort of energy, and that they you know, they had to set their sights higher, and that they perhaps even need to continue to set their sights higher in order to be able to come towards you. So for any of you who are watching this and your person is not actually with you yet, it's possibly because they are not at that level yet to be able to access the relationship, you know. So that's definitely possible, because we got the Hanged Man here, which is of course like a period of waiting and pausing, and it's things not moving forwards at the moment. So this is kind of an indicator as well that what they love about you is that, you know, they are able to take small steps, that you are understanding of the situation, and that you are able to keep balanced in that situation as well. Okay, I do also feel like, because the Hanged Man, the thing with the Hanged Man is that, yes, okay, it generally means we've got to wait, we've got to sort of sacrifice some early opportunities as we wait for the more suitable and better manifestation further along the road. I mean, there are many other explanations, but I'm just saying this kind of intuitively for me means that, you know, there's some element of them not being quite ready, you know, and they appreciate your stability and your abundance of patience and understanding. They need to set their sights higher to reach you. I mean, there's also possibly a little bit of putting you on a pedestal here, so just be aware of that. But the great thing is that you do give them, and you're going to give them, a sense of an aha moment. Because the good thing about the Hanged Man, which was what I was trying to say a minute ago, but I just distracted myself slightly, is that with the Hanged Man, what happens is, you know, you think you're missing out initially. You feel like you're kind of stuck. You know, opportunities are passing you by, but actually this different perspective, this different way of looking at it, because he's literally upside down, he looks at things differently, he waits for a few things to pass by, and then it's like, oh, he has a realization, you know. So you are helping him to have, or her to have, a bit of a realization as well. Okay, right, that went on a bit, sorry about that. Thank you, number ones. Hope you have a beautiful day. Please like and subscribe. What am I doing? I don't know. Hi, number twos. How are you doing? So, what do they love about you? Oh. Okay. Right, so I feel like you are quite, like in a really positive way, you are possibly quite a sassy person, you're a passionate person, you keep this person on their toes, and they like that. They like that. They don't necessarily know exactly where they are with you all the time, but apparently this is what they love about you. So this is all very, very good. And the obvious one to start with is love your body. They love you physically. They find you extremely attractive physically. Yeah, they think that you have a fantastic body, and they really particularly love your body, which is great, of course. Then we've got the Knight of Swords here. So the Knight of Swords is kind of an interesting one, because they love this about you. So the Knight of Swords is kind of like, if you look at the card, it kind of looks like the hero, the knight in shining armour on the white horse charging in. The thing with the Knight of Swords though is that the Knight of Swords is a bit erratic, can be a little bit all over the place. And I do feel this as well with the Confusion card, the Seven of Cups. So emotionally, this person doesn't always know exactly where they are with you, because you kind of seem a little inconsistent, a little erratic, a little bit up and down. But they actually love this about you, because it keeps it fresh, it keeps it interesting. And you're not that predictable, which they actually like. That said, you know, even though you're kind of all over the place, they don't feel like you're not all over the place in like a needy or a sort of well, I was going to say dysfunctional way. That's not actually the word that I mean. You're not all over the place in that you are kind of upset or distressed or whatever. It's just that you're kind of like here, there and everywhere. You've got your friends, you've got your career, you've got your school work or whatever it is, whatever stage you're at in your life. You know, you're kind of like, that's why I said you're kind of sassy, because you're kind of here, there and everywhere. You're really busy, you're doing your own thing, and you're very independent. And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles is like, she's abundant, she's affluent, she's got everything that she needs, and it's like you hold in your hand the coin. You hold everything you need in your own hands, so you kind of are very independent and you take care of yourself, you know, and they like that about you as well, because you know you've got this very strong, confident kind of air about you, which they really love, and because of that it kind of keeps it interesting for them. We've got the Wait card. I feel like, you know, you don't give them everything they want all of the time. They don't, like I say, you're here, there and everywhere. They don't always know where they are with you. They're often having to kind of wait energetically or mentally, emotionally. There's, in some way you kind of keep them kind of guessing. That's what the wait means. And they like that. They like that because it keeps it fresh for them. Okay. Thank you, number 2s. You sound superb. Love it. Right, okay, let's move on. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the reading. Hi, number 3s. How are you doing? So, what do they love about you? Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, you're very inspiring. Oh, you've got the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and Strength. Yeah, okay, wow. You are extremely inspiring for them. You present a breaking free of all of their old stuff. They see you as wise. They see you as, yeah. This is going to be a quick one, number 3s, because it's really clear, really straightforward. That you give them an opportunity to break free from what they knew, what they did before. You've given them something different. You've given them a different experience. You've given them a different opportunity. You've given them a different way of looking at things. You give them the chance to break free and clear the fog. You have shone light onto their life. You have given them clarity. You've given them understanding, or you give them. Some of you who are watching this, I know, will be like, well, I'm not with this person doesn't act like they're interested. Remember that everything seems like, how can I put this? Sometimes it's difficult to know what an impact we're having on someone until it all becomes clear and revealed, until you have that conversation or they tell you. And that's an obvious thing to say, I know. But what I mean is, we can all think of a conversation we've had with someone where, you know, we had no idea about something, and then they tell you, and they've been having all these thoughts for a long time or feelings for a long time. So, you know, just bear that in mind, that just because you don't know, it doesn't mean it's not happening, okay? But you are very clarifying for them. You give them a sense of freedom. You give them a sense of opportunity to break free. They really, really love your strength. What they love about you is that you're so strong, you're so... you have a sense of inner control, you know, positive control. You know, you don't let your mind and your emotions run away with you. You're very sort of, and even if you're not like this all the time, no one is really, unless you're a like spiritual guru. No one's strong all the time. No one's got that inner balance all the time. But you are aware, you're conscious of that, and you work on yourself and you work on it. And they admire that in you. They really do. They see you as very, very secure, financially, stability wise. You know, you've maybe, you know, you have potentially, depends on what stage of life you're at, but you know what you're doing with your life, or you are moving in that right direction. So, you know, if you're still at school, you get your work done on time, you turn things in on time, you know, you balance your social life and your work life. If you're older and you're at work, you know, you've maybe got your own place, or you've got, you know, you've got your ducks in a row financially or whatever, you know. But you are stable and secure, and you can take care of yourself because you're the King of Pentacles. You can take care of yourself and take care of other people, and they really admire that in you. And you, the Queen of Wands, this is the divine feminine. They see you as very feminine, as very inspiring from that point of view. They see you as beautiful and inspiring, and that you have a depth to you, that you are a good advisor, that there's someone they look up to. You know, they don't necessarily see you on a pedestal. I don't see that. That they just see you as an inspiring person, and beautiful too. You know, inside and out. Wow. Threes, they really do admire you, and you are giving them such clarity and understanding about their own lives, even if you can't see it yet. Thank you, number three. Threes, so much love to you. Please like and subscribe. Hi, number fours, how are you doing? So, what do they love about you? Okay, yeah, okay. So, we've got Justice, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Swords, make a wish and change the scenery. Just taking this in. It's not obvious, it's not... Okay. So we've got the Justice card. So there is a sense of positive karma here with the Justice card. There's a sense that the right thing is happening and happens. So there's a sense of fairness, a sense of justice. They like the fact that you may be someone who is very moral, who's very moral in, not necessarily in society's eyes. You know, I don't necessarily mean you always stick to the rules and all of that, but that there's a sense that you have a strong sense of what's right and wrong. You're passionate about what you believe in. You know, you if you work in anything to do with justice, so law enforcement, or you're a lawyer or anything like that, they may well admire that about you as well. But there's a sense that you know the difference between right and wrong, and that you care about right and wrong, that you have a strong moral fibre, that you care about the world or the planet, you care about things, you know, you care about things, you have a depth of what's right and standing up for what's right, and they really admire that about you. They really love that about you. They love as well, with the Four of Cups, I feel like what they're saying here is they love that you offer them something that they're not used to. Okay, so that's going to be different for everybody. I'm not going to give any examples here because this is a general reading. Lots of people watch this. Lots of people will have picked number 4. I know it's a popular pick, number 4. It's the one I always pick as well, actually. I nearly always pick number 4. So if I do a pick a card reading from someone else, you know, so you offer them something completely different. You know, and they've kind of always been looking at these 3 cups, and they're kind of possibly kind of stuck in a bit of a rut. Okay, they're saying yes because of this. All right. Yeah, you kind of got a bit stuck in a rut with, they got a little bit stuck in a rut with their life, or they've kind of got on a track with their life about what they want. And now they're like, okay. You know, when they met you, because obviously you could be in a relationship with this person, or you may not be in a relationship at all, but there is a sense that when they met you, or when they got to know you and started to love you or feel those romantic feelings for you, they thought, hang on, this person offers me something completely different, you know, that really alleviates this boredom, that gives me this sense of the rut is, you know, the rut is kind of over. Now, this Seven of Swords can mean a couple of different things, okay? So it's going to be a bit of a split reading, this number 4, because for some of you, this old life that they were looking at was, when I say that they were bored with it, they were actually unhappy with it, and it involved a lot of deception and a lot of fear, and a lot of maybe people cheating on them or letting them down or hurting them. And because you're so just, so right, so kind, you do what's right, they feel like you offer them an alleviation from this pain. You know, they can trust you. Okay, they can trust you. For a few of you though, what this actually means is that you kind of, this is for people who've picked number 4, who you're in those early stages, and there's a sense here of like a positive way of seeing the Seven of Swords. So it might be that you're in a bit of a secret affair. Say for example, if you work in the same office and you've just started dating but you don't want everyone to know, so like the secrecy of it and the kind of mystery of it is exciting, and they really love that, and it's a real thrill for them. So I do feel like that's going to be the case for some of you. For some of you it might even be that you're in a longer term relationship, but what they like is that you kind of role play a little bit and you have fun with it. You know, you have fun with the relationship, because this can also be about like wearing a mask and keeping things secret, but it's generally a negative, painful-ish energy. But what I'm saying is this, that for some people this is actually a great thing. They like that, you know, they like the fact that you kind of mix it up in the relationship, you know, role play, have a bit of fun. Yeah, they like all of that, so that's something that they really love about you. The change the scenery is, for a lot of them, for the majority of you, what they love is that you've been a complete change. You know, you have made their whole life look different, because you have this strong sense of right and wrong. You have this strong sense of to being a really good person. Not that there are any bad people, there are maybe unhappy and happy people, and please don't make comments about me saying there's no bad people. You know, I don't, you know the point of what I'm trying to, I mean, you can make comments if you want, but what I mean is that was a kind of off the cuff remark, and let's not get into debate here. But what I mean by you're a really good person is that you are really conscious of doing the right thing. You're very conscious of other people's feelings, you're compassionate, you're empathetic, you know, and they love that, because I think for the majority of you, your person's had some difficult times with people and they've been let down quite a lot, and they feel like you have a complete change. And you were really, look, make a wish, you were really like a wish come true. You were really a wish come true for them. And if you went with the second meaning of this, that you kind of are fun and you mix things up, this is again the same, this change the scenery. You keep things changing, you keep things fresh, you're happy to keep things fresh, and this is, again, you are a wish come true for this person, because this person, if they enjoy that excitement and that role play, and you do too, they're so happy, because for such a long time they felt like they had to choose between someone who treated them really well and was really fair and compassionate and empathetic with them, but was kind of like too traditional for them, or they had to be with someone who, you know, didn't care. What I'm saying is, for the few people who picked this and it was like this person likes the role play, the mixing it up, the keeping it all very exciting and fresh, that doesn't mean that they don't want commitment or that they don't want to feel really connected to you. It's just they don't want this boredom, they don't want this regularity, and you offer them. That's why you're a wish come true to that second group of people, because you offer them someone who is kind, compassionate, decent, but also exciting and fresh and keeps things interesting. Guys, so much love to you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on tomorrow's reading.